The steady sound of rain fills our ears as we stand in the Dryad's house, soaking wet with water and blood. The dead and unconscious bodies of our friends lay at our feet. The Dryad is safe for now. She explains that she feels the call of the mushrooms. They say that I must. The Dryad's like, I feel the call of the mushrooms, and they say I must travel with you for storyline purposes that I haven't fully developed yet, but later. So she basically she does the Drew thing and turns herself into that like wizard space like plant. She basically transforms into the plant, and now Archimedes is wearing a collar with like a little glass vial with the Dryad's plant in it. And so now he can talk to the Dryad and whatever, and the Dryad can tell you mushroom things or whatever that's going on.
Mushroom things.
It's a good way to carry on the mushrooms to future generations. We're literally carrying on, anyway. I shall take you with me, Archimedes says. And that thing I already said happens. She says, my name is, Aria. Or Era. Aria? Aria. Thank you for saving most of the forest. She looks at you kind of like... She finishes. The forest will grow. Nature will summon other protectors. But our mission is much more grand. So yeah, we begin sessions. We have to decide. We're on the way back to town. We all should probably get our story straight. Illi, our community is basically talking to it. We should probably get our story straight on what happened to these guys.
We're coming back with quite a few less people, aren't we?
And yeah.
Zombie spores.
Yeah, there's no reason we can't just, no.
As an accredited scientist in the community, we went out for field research, and everybody knows the dangers of field research when it comes to the virus.
We were on a mission from the Archdruid. We're basically accompanying these clowns.
I think we don't really need like a story, we can just tell them what happened. We'll be fairly
okay.
Alright.
We can,
I mean...
We'll like take the bodies back with us though.
Yeah, right.
For like proper...
Maybe not that one, though, that I ate the brain on. Maybe we just leave that one there. I feel like if they know that I ate a brain, we're gonna have some issues.
I've done a lot of research before this court case, so every single thing you do.
I feel like we should dump his body in the mushroom forest. That way, that it will be decayed in a faster manner.
Judging from his memories, he would have wanted to be left out in the forest. I wouldn't know that though if I didn't eat his brain. Fuck.
Yeah.
We'll just say the Hydra got him.
Yeah, he got eaten by a Hydra.
It's not like there's any other survivors.
Maybe you should have a shark puppy, like, bite off the top half of his head, like the upper torso, and then leave his body by the Hydra lake.
Yeah, let's do that. We're gonna do that. And anybody who survived this mission, shut the hell up.
Maybe I can charm person the Hydra to actually physically bite it. Huh? I'll charm. I'll go talk to the Hydra. I'm gonna go diplomacy the Hydra and be like, hey Hydra, can you help me out? Druid to animal here. I just need you to eat this body.
Yeah.
Do you want some food? Hey Hydra, would you like some food?
I feel like we should just mysteriously dump it in the
I rolled a fucking 16. I got like a 24 or something on that. Because I gave it a +2 bonus because he's hungry. Yeah, the Hydra's like,
Perfect.
Man, that man was eaten by a Hydra.
Oh,
there's that story.
We did everything we
He's
could.
gonna be dependent on humans now.
That's not our problem.
No, we're leaving, man.
We're never going back here.
Rick and Morty style, no sequels.
Last minute check on equipment. Also, but I'm pretty sure we got that. I got you set up. You have a guitar and a bunch of stuff, plus adventure pack.
Yeah, I have the adventure pack. I have my base, which either way it's basically the fucking frost axe. So.
Yeah, we had to wait a minute for it to cool off. You're still unconscious, so we're basically dragging your unconscious body back with us for or we can should we get her back unconscious?
And I just have the death grip on the base because it never leaves me.
Might need her awake. I could just say you come back to awake. You're at like 1 hit point and awake.
I wasn't at 0 hit points. She had the Dryad had me under her whatever. I was had the
You were mind controlled.
Yeah.
And then we knocked you down to minus something hit points.
Oh yeah.
And then she, whatever, preserved the dead or whatever, saved the dead you and brought you back up to 0 and is still alive, just sleeping like a baby, basically.
Okay, yeah, I remember this now.
So we'll say by this session you recovered 1 hit point to be at 1 hit point and up and conscious and talking to us.
Can I have a pencil?
Yeah.
Write it in your own blood.
You are a barbarian. I'm gonna use my signature.
Where's my second one? You got it, Dave.
There's no eraser. Oh, there it is.
Oh. I always like to give. I like the wooden pencils for the erasers.
This eraser just has a cap so it doesn't dry out. Smart.
The other thing we need to... What do we do with these incest sticks?
What?
Incense.
That was the whole fucking thing that...
Illy would like to bring them back to town.
Okay.
For research purposes.
I was
if
gonna say,
nobody's
you're a
opposed to it.
scientist. This is you.
Yeah, this is kind of what we're doing. Like, we're trying to figure out what the fuck's going on out here with these spores, and this is directly... So I feel as a scientist, we
It's a
should bring
direct
them.
connection to a bigger thing. What's, do you remember what the incense sticks... Incense? I can't even say it right when I'm trying to... Incense sticks. Do you remember what that was about?
Yeah, those were the things that were causing the dryad to go crazy, right?
Yes.
The dryad going crazy was the cause of the spores.
Yep. The dryad controls the forest, so all you gotta do is get to the dryad. Good job. Okay. So, incense sticks. You find 1d6 plus 1 incense sticks.
3, so 4.
4.
I'm gonna give at least 1 to science.
You find 4 incense sticks.
I'm gonna give 1 to science. Good plan.
I put them in a bag, and then I also put like a little note.
Evidence thing.
Yeah, but I also put it in a little note. Do not light up, except in controlled circumstance.
Can it have one of those little diamond things with the flammability and the chemical and whatever?
Oh yeah, like the white, red, blue, black.
Yeah.
I want you guys to know though, like even though like you can kind of tell that my writing is common, it's still painfully difficult for anybody to understand.
There's a whole bunch of like fucking Edgar Allan Poe similes and metaphors.
Everything's like no, like everything's super shorthand. Like he's a fucking scientist, and his brain is. That's what he uses his tentacles to write usually, and they fucking.
Oh yeah, cool.
Okay, so we got those 4 incense sticks. Then
Yeah, there's an extremist group problem. Lots of racial tension.
Then
Oh yeah.
start heading back. We follow the river back to the trail that will lead us to the gate. The rain drives steadily on as thunder booms. We see the white marble walls of the water district and the large gatehouse nearby. Archimedes shivers, ready to be back into the dry part of the city. Once again. We reach the gate, and the guards ask, "What happened? Where's the rest of your party?"
Shall I?
If I do it, I'm gonna make a big scene out of it. So.
Yeah. Okay. So we went in to accompany these guys. We found a druid under control. We got attacked by mushrooms and a hydra. We lost many of our party due to these unfortunate circumstances.
Is that it?
That's about it.
Okay, they're like, "Oh man, this is awful. This is awful." I mean, it's to be expected because you guys were crazy, but I mean, because these guys were crazy. The forest is crazy, but it's just awful. The guards basically are like, "All right, well, it would one of the guard captains comes up. He's like got a red streak on his armor, so you know he's 1 level up. He comes up and he's like, "I think it would be best if you all came with me while we conduct an official investigation to find out if that is actually what happened.
Why?
Because we need to make sure that that's what happened. We have a due process of law that needs to occur in this city, and we would like it if you would cooperate with us. If you guys are truly innocent and this is what happened, you have nothing to fear."
I'm used to dealing with.
I'm very suspicious of this racist town.
Look, I'm just in a tavern chilling.
We are led to the holding cells in the palace. Our gear is temporarily confiscated. When we get to the end, there will be a big box that says, "The party's gear." And when we touch it, it'll all go right back to where it was. But Our gear is temporarily. Yeah, no, they come up to you and
No, that's gonna be a problem.
Yeah.
No.
we need you to. If you could just put the guitar over there, then. If you could put the bass down, I won't touch it. Okay? But if you could put it down right there.
Will it be in my eyesight for the whole time? I very reluctantly give it up and kind of just give you this death glare. Like, if this has a single smudge on it or is moved a centimeter by the time I return, you will not have a head.
Will there be a vendetta? I will take that into consideration. And like as they take you away, you see him. You see him talking to the actual
I'm looking.
fucking
I'm just staring back at him.
the actual guy that does the fucking evidence room, and you see this guy's like, dude, you gotta be careful with this guitar, because this girl's gonna kill me if you don't. And he's like, yeah, sure I got it. And you see him like fucking stumble off into the room out of your eyesight with your bass, and you have no idea. But he's kind of like, ah. So we all get separated,
I might be short, but I'm muscly.
and we all get put into our own different cells. When they bring you to your cell, they're like, here you go, the nice cell, and here's, you don't got a blanket or anything, but it's nice to, we'll try to get you out of here as quick as possible. And when they bring you into the cell, they throw you down on the ground like that, and then they walk out and they slam the gate behind you.
Something about the mind flayers in the water breathers.
Look, it's just LAPD.
And the one of the guys that throws Archimedes in is like, puts Archimedes down. Archimedes is.
Being dumb cat. It was convenient.
He's faking it.
They all know who Archimedes is. Archimedes is known just as well as you are in town. But he's still a kitty cat.
Right. Cats can't
Alright,
commit murder.
so what's all in my... There's not a blanket. What's all in my cell?
You have like a wash basin. Like it's basically a tub of water. Like an iron basin of water with like a bucket next to it and like a cloth for wiping your face. Then you have a chamber pot and just a stone slab to sleep on. And there's one window.
There's iron here.
Yeah, we're under the sea now.
Oh,
We're under the sea, and yeah.
Oh,
No, they've mined iron. Iron is fairly common now.
Wondrous.
Right? No, yeah, no. There's iron bars. There's one single window with iron bars, about 10 or 12 feet off the ground. It's very high up.
Dude, I still have that monocle.
Yeah. We decided we would count it as +2 to appraise checks on the magnifying glass. We count it as a magnifying glass.
Wait, you don't have that monocle. It's in lockup.
Yeah.
Oh, fuck.
Yeah. Shit. Unless you stashed it somewhere, which
Nature's pocket.
there are nature's pockets, and I'm not going to suggest it, but it is there as an option.
Alright.
I don't know how bad you need the monocle, though.
No, I don't. I'm looking at all my shit. Cause you said the basin that had water around it. Are we underwater right now?
Well, we're 100 feet underwater, but we're in a dry cell.
We're in a dry cell? Okay.
Yeah. They haven't really taken notice that you need water or anything. How often do you need water?
I'm not. We're both water and land creatures. We can live on. It didn't say if we needed water specifically.
Yeah, you don't need to have like water splashed on you like an amphibian or something.
No.
Okay.
No, it's
Good
more
to know.
like no.
Then
I was
they're
just thinking
especially
if
light.
there's water in the basin, if I could fuck with them because I can cast fog cloud.
There's
as
about
a special
there's
ability.
about 2 or 3 gallons of water. There's up to 5 gallons of water in the wash basin for you to use to not die over the next couple days.
I like to think of it as
Like I said, I don't think I need water, but I just wanted to fuck with the guards, because how fucking funny you think they're just sitting there and all of a sudden fog starts rolling in from the inside of the building.
They're gonna blame me for that.
Are you casting pyrotechnics again?
How? They took all my stuff.
Oh wait.
I like to think of it as a stone cell with a few iron bars and a bird bath.
Yeah. Wash your face so you can fucking not be gross. It's not because we want you to be we don't want you to be comfortable. We just don't want to smell your stink. Okay.
I get my whole homunculus now. I get another little mechanical companion
Okay.
if I want.
Is there a guard anywhere near my cell at all?
Make me an ops check.
16
Um,
plus my perception modifier.
It's your listen combined with your search.
Oh, we didn't do
Or
listen
spot.
or whatever anymore.
So cool. So then
Listen
that would be
spot.
a +4, so 20.
We combined obs. Yeah, listen spot, right. I thought you said listen search.
I was thinking search, but no, it's listen
Okay.
spot. I have them both.
Yep,
crossed
no,
out.
she's right. And you're at sort of a T-shaped hallway. Like at the, wait, we have a grid.
Do we have markers?
Yeah, we even bought more markers.
Oh, we did, didn't we?
Yeah, we did. We got more colors to choose from now.
I forgot.
So you're basically at. Oh yeah, we don't need this so much.
My little dude.
10-foot hallway here.
Okay.
Oh, no, that's her. Or
No,
you.
she's her.
Oh, you're the Enderman? What are you?
I haven't grabbed one yet.
Okay.
I saw the Enderman and I'm like, can I be the Enderman?
I let her be the Enderman.
What's that happening?
And all my...
Here's your wooden slab, or your metal
Concrete
slab. This is the basin, and your bucket. The windows. There's all windows in this exact square on all of them. There's the iron
Yep,
window.
yep. Okay.
Every square. Symmetrical.
So
and
like, I'm gonna...
you don't see any. This. I'm still doing your ops check.
Okay.
You don't see a guard, but you hear voices coming from this direction, as if there's some guards probably talking this way. But you don't see or hear anybody in this like section. No guards or anything. And in fact, the prison cells here and here are all empty.
Okay.
It looks like it's pretty slow crime. There's not a lot of crime here. It looks like they may just be making a big deal out of this because they're dicks.
Yeah, no, definitely. And I feel that. So, I wonder if I started, like, screaming in Primordial, if they would, like, come check it out. Because I'm thinking if I cast Mage Hand, I might be able to sneak the keys off of one of them if it's under 5 pounds.
Yeah, I'm gonna make this even more interesting.
And then...
Yeah, you can do whatever you want.
yeah.
When she's done doing it, I want to do a thing.
Yeah.
When they confiscated everything, did they take the incense sticks off me too?
They did. They didn't know the significance of it, but they took everything, and yeah, you didn't explain the significance of it, and they don't know the significance of it, but you did see them take everything off of all of our persons and process it individually into little evidence bags.
Well, good thing it is labeled. Do not light.
Yeah, that's why I put the note in there, but can they read it?
You wrote it in common.
that's right.
Yeah, but very sloppily, like a shorthand common.
It's okay, you're only a 5-year-old.
This is 6 squares, I just don't want to draw on the thing. It's exactly symmetrical.
Technically, Illy's considered less than like a 5-year-old in the Mind Flayer community.
And so you are way over here on this side. Archimedes is over here.
Why do I get your mini? Just give me the mini box.
Oh, I'm sorry, because I keep getting the minis mixed up. I don't know who you are anymore, and it throws off my whole game.
Look, you know who I am.
I'm sorry.
You're my rock.
I'm sorry that's where we've gotten in this relationship, Dean. That you don't know who I am
thought it was
without a
your
physical
mineral.
depiction of
Your
me.
my mineral?
Metal.
Oh,
Mm.
so what were you doing? What
I'm
were
gonna
you
start loudly speaking Primordial
Alright.
to see if they are just like, what the fuck's that?
I feel like this place is...
You start talking for about 10 minutes until you're...
Yeah, okay.
And, yeah, no.
Thought I'd try it.
Yeah, as soon as you start going blah, 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 and you hear like another guard down here going, yeah, me too, I'm all starving. Yeah, I'm starving too.
It's like, that's not... It's like, first off...
I'm innocent, me too.
Just like, I realized how that probably wasn't the best thing to do. Okay.
This is how we learn though.
Mm-hmm. Alright.
And if you don't try things, then you'll just get executed, so.
What?
If we, no, up, what, up, no, nah, I'm just kidding. We don't know that. If anything.
Okay, so what's the
she's gonna
distance? I'm here?
Yeah, you're on the same side as her, but as far away as possible.
Okay, so
They
what's-
separated you.
But like how many like feet wise?
5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60, 65, 70, 75, 80. 80 feet if you go to the
So
bars.
like in like shouting distance theoretically?
Yeah.
Okay, not that I'm gonna shout though because I can speak
through my
through
mind.
the brain. So I'm thinking I'm gonna look over and make eye contact with her.
Oh, you can't see her.
I can't see her?
No.
I
This
wonder-
these are walls here.
Okay, so there's no for sure on the range or how the mind talking works.
So.
Do you think as long as she's within like shouting distance, I could just like mentally project?
Yeah.
Okay, so I don't need to make eye contact.
Cool.
She'd just be like,
what's the material?
"Who's yelling in my mind?" Oh, I recognize that voice.
What's the material of the door? Is it like wood? Is it metal?
Iron.
Iron?
These are the doors to get out. Those are the front reception desk.
So you'll hear like in your brain, hey, hey,
Oh god, the voices are back again.
it's Illi.
Oh, thank god.
I'm not sure what's going on, but I think our best option here is to play it cool. Like I don't think they intend to hurt us. I've lived here for a long time and never been unjustly harmed. Besides all the bullying, but never by the government.
But they have my base.
Oh, you'll get it back. You're innocent. You did nothing. I'm guilty of far more crimes than you are at this point. It's not comfortable though.
What do I see outside the window?
It's too high up for you. It's 12 feet up in the air. You could try to do
No, I just wanted to look out.
So is Archimedes within shouting distance as well?
Nope, I think that's diagonal, so it'll be farther, right? 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 50, 60, 65, 70, nope.
Okay. Archimedes.
Yes?
So, do you have any idea? Like, what's going on? Like, we know what's going on, but, Aquafina's freaking out. And I have concerns.
I think you should try to keep her calm. I'm about to leave.
Can you fit through the bars, Archimedes?
No, but I can rust them. I have spider climb and rust iron. I can fucking walk right up there and rust these bitches and be out of here. You can't keep a druid fucking...
Especially with a cat. So I'm gonna go back to Aquafina. Definitely think we should play it calm here. Archimedes is escaping. I'm sure I could ask him to check on your base for you. But other than that, I think we should keep calm.
I'm sitting there making the finger movements of my base, just...
Therapeutically, like... Oh no, there is no therapeutic now! This was your comfort instrument.
I wonder...
Yeah.
I wonder... Illi has no real concept of what music really is. They don't listen to it. But they know what they've heard her play, so like...
Yeah.
In her mind, I'm like phonographing, like,
Oh my
kind
God.
of maybe versions of the songs I've heard you play. Like, you can almost recognize it, but it's not quite it.
Make me a performance check. Do you even have performance at all? If so, make me an untrained performance check.
I have profession, does that count?
Nope.
I never said it was good. I'm flat out saying it's not good.
I just want to...
You want like a visual of how bad it
She's
is?
it's too quiet. I need anything. Even the screams of my enemies.
9.
A 9? It's not great, but considering you've never played music before, it's not bad.
And I have no concept of
At this point, she's happy with not being in her own thoughts.
Yeah. Alright, so, we're in there for, maybe like 4 hours. They let us sit there for 4 hours, but they also kind of want to get this show on the road. So, they grab you first. When the people come to get you, it's, you can see that they're investigators. They're, like, wearing different uniforms of, like, the, they're essentially the Gestapo. They're the secret government police that goes in and deals with people that the government doesn't want anymore.
Black coats.
But, yeah, so Aquafin is led into the investigation room. Inside is a table and 3 chairs. There is only one door leading in or out. Have a seat, ma'am.
I just kind of stand there and look at him like, I'll sit when I want to.
I will kill you with this chair.
I just continue to make eye contact and I'm just like, can I have my base if I do?
Yeah?
Okay, so
So,
Do you have like a sense motive on this or?
Can I sense motive on this?
Look at me like that.
My wisdom is a 0, so I can try, but I don't think I'm gonna get very far.
you absolutely can try.
Yeah.
You just don't know. You're so confused you can't read anybody's mind right now. Your own mind is not even right now, so. And he goes, when you finally do so, he goes, we'll get your base back as soon as we can.
That stands for just silence.
So there's 3 investigators, and 2 of them sit down opposite you, while one of them stands in front of the door taking notes. Like, he's literally standing in front of the door blocking it, and he closes it. And yeah, stands there with his little notepad.
What do they look like? What kind of races are they?
They're plain as humans.
I was gonna say, yeah, they're probably just plain ass humans.
I'm gonna look at him and be like, so, y'all ever fucked a fish before?
We'll be asking the questions here, ma'am.
I mean, then ask some fucking questions.
So he slides up the chair. The other cop, the cop that wasn't talking to you, the one cop has been talking to you the whole time. The other one comes up to you. I say cop because you'll see in a minute. The other one who hasn't talked and isn't taking notes slides up a chair like a high schooler or whatever, like really condescending, shitty way of sliding up a chair.
And then Leo like sits on him with like back
and
front.
He leans and he goes, "Hey, how are you?" The tall one says, "Good to meet you. My name is Sergeant Bad Cop. BAADCOP. My name is Sergeant Bad Cop. What can you tell me about what happened? What can you tell me about the murders and or deaths that took place out there in your party?"
Well, it was kind of weird. There was some thing with the mushrooms and some spores, and I almost fucked a hydra. That was pretty fun. I don't know. I think this isn't my forte. I don't even remember what I had for breakfast this morning.
That's fair. That's fair. You know, the more you don't know, the more we can just make up.
Oh, I have good charisma. Okay, cool.
Just because you're not smart doesn't mean you're not pretty.
Well, I say as I flip my greenish blue hair, it was just, and then I start crying.
We're all eunuchs
It
here.
was horrible!
We're all eunuchs here.
You're
So.
like units. You do.
You have no empathy.
We don't have
Scarred
testicles.
for life.
Testicles.
Uh,
Is that where men store their empathy?
I'm gonna say yes. That is where men
All
store
the
their
touchy feelings are located in the
I
sack.
just look at him. It's like
That's why
all
it's
of
so
a
sexy.
sudden, they just all started killing each other.
He's like, tell me more about these spores. What do the spores have to do with anything? What's the spores?
Well, they're
spores.
the sickness that's going around the city.
Yes.
The racist sickness.
Yes. No. Oh. Oh.
You admitted it was racist.
Hey, scratch that one. Scratch that.
The spores.
Not cool, alright?
Okay. I got you. It's fine.
No, it's a good one. But,
Okay, first off, I made the connection that the spores were only infecting air breathers. So.
yeah.
But no, it's the spores.
They're like, we know what the science behind the spores is. We want to know what that has to do with the dead people.
They started killing each other.
The guards did?
Yes.
And you think it's because of these spores?
Yes.
Why? What do the spores do?
Zombie brain.
So the spores...
Oh god, I'm on mind.
Spores, mind affecting...
An already see where this is going.
15. Oh yeah, no, this is training for when I really get to do this in real life. So spores, mind affecting, mind influencing things. Okay.
Someone had these. They like
Through the halls, you can hear it like going.
It's
Not that I can
yeah,
actually hear
'cause,
any
like,
of it.
the spores came from the dryad because
There's
the
a-
dryad was being controlled by these weird
The
incense.
spores came from the
thingies.
dryad. Dryads don't emit spores. I think you mean the
It's the
spores.
mushrooms.
I think you mean the spores came from the mushrooms.
I don't
and
understand
the dryad.
how things work. So
Okay.
it's like
You
this-
say that.
Yeah. It was like, and there was these incenses that were causing the dryad to
Incense
go crazy.
sticks?
Incense
Tell me more about
sticks.
these incense sticks.
Oh fuck. Oh, the incense sticks that were on my person.
Tell me more
Don't
about
like
these.
them. We found them in the dryad's home.
Do you remember how many of them there were?
3. I mean 1. I don't know.
There's going to be a lot of non-metagaming here. I'm going to trust all of you guys to not metagame. So,
That's why I'm trying my best to fucking stay quiet over here.
1 or 3? Not sure. Okay. I think that's all we need from you. The last thing I'm going to do is, can you just like admit that the Mind Flayer killed everybody? Can you just make this whole process a lot easier and turn against? I'm not pussyfooting around this. We could get you guys executed. Who's gonna make a bluff check? We could get you guys executed right now. You rolled a 17. You can't really bluff player characters. It doesn't like work like that. But he's pretty convincing that he might have some power over you.
He's very convinced he has power over me.
Yeah,
But I am loyal to the Shargo.
He's like, all right, so we're not gonna get you to turn against them.
I look at them and I said, well, they didn't kill anyone.
Okay. Hey, that's fine. That's fine. I think I got what we need anyway. Have a nice day. We'll try to get you out of here as quickly as we can. And they walk out and they leave.
I was like, you said I could have my base.
We'll get you your base after the questioning.
No,
It's still after the questioning. I didn't define a time or place when you would get your base back after the questioning. Have a nice day.
Wait a minute. How many guards did I see when they took me to the room and back?
Oh, right, because the investigators left the room, and then about 5 minutes later, one of the palace guards came and got you. You only saw the investigators during the interrogation, and palace guards are the ones who are bringing you back. They're the ones who are actually
Yeah,
being
okay,
decent.
but when I walked in here for the first time,
Yeah.
how many people did I see?
One guy at the receptionist desk, and one other guy sitting here on a chair, like, with his gun, he's playing on his iPad or whatever people do. Nobody's vigilant here, they don't expect anything at all. And there's you've seen a total of no less than 4 guards in the whole prison, and no more than 6 guards. So it's between 4 and 6 guards in the whole prison, because there's not a lot of prisoners. They outnumber you 2 to 1, which is unusual for prisons. Usually it's about 40 to 1 for prisoners versus prison guards. That's why they get their asses kicked in riots. But
Wait a minute. Can I just recall my axe?
what's that?
The thing that I put on her axe.
Oh, can she?
Is there anything preventing magic from happening?
No, they don't have an anti-magic or anything. They just put it in an evidence room and close the door. So would it go like against the wall and kind of like just sit there?
Break out and just...
Like you walk 5 feet to the investigation room and it goes.
Magical return spell just made a return to your grasp magically, like just apparate.
Yeah, like if you drop it down, the effect doesn't work.
No, like you throw it and then magically appears in your hand.
Right.
It's like,
But Illi's
But like
magic.
if you willingly drop it, then the effect is
But also,
over.
Illi's magic doesn't work like that. Illi's magic has like a material component.
Yeah, but
so
I think it is.
can't alter the whole thing. I think it's more of like a homing beacon bracelet, is what I think of when I think of the fact.
So
that
it's like a find item thing.
like it's like a magneticized thing, like a magnet, but very strong. Is how I imagine it. Because I can't actually affect the base itself.
I know.
But I imagine like when I attuned it, I put like a bracelet on you, and then like I put like a thing around the fucking axe. So your axe has a necklace that matches your bracelet.
I just want to break down the door at this point.
Use the basin.
Yeah, but I would say that it's like locked in a room.
Yeah, no, like the wall is interfering. I'm saying
Okay.
instead of like disappearing and then reappearing, it's like a physical. It can't do that.
Yeah, like a boomerang.
It's like the it's like the thing from the new God of War where it just
Yeah.
like you physically see it, like it actually goes to a place.
Yeah.
But if there's anything that's really blocking it, it probably won't return to you.
Yeah.
So the guard, we get to see this cutscene where the guard goes up to question our communities. The guard opens the door and looks around. The talking cat they brought in here yesterday. Oh, I guess we were here a whole night because.
Oh, cool. So does that mean we've had arrests?
Yeah.
Oh.
There's bells back and everything. The talking cat is gone. He checks the window 12 feet high in the ceiling and finds that the iron bars are rusted away. How the hell did this happen? News at the prisoner's escape spreads rapidly.
Oh, so everyone's disoriented?
Everyone knows that the talking cat escaped, but they're kind of like,
Like there's no riots or anything.
Yeah, no.
It's just a fact.
it's, guys, cat's
Okay.
gone. So then, alright, your turn. So, 3 men enter the room, the same thing where the one guard sits down or whatever. Okay. So, bad cop sits down in front of you.
I get to start some new,
And he's
some
like-
new character things that I've come up with when it comes to it.
So, tell me about these spores that were going around. Well, I know the spores because, you were part of the science division. We all know what the spores are. But tell me the mind-affecting qualities of these spores.
Is this like my first interaction with this particular person?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, this is Bad Cop.
So Illi, in his not great English, speaking out of his fucking mouth hole, even though he can speak it, may I have your permission to speak in my native tongue?
Only if you can speak into all of our minds so he can take notes and we can all hear the story. Is that possible?
Yes.
Okay, then yes.
Okay. Like he visibly relaxes for like a second because it's very invasive.
Tentacle comes up and wipes forehead.
Yeah, you know. Yeah, no, because they have my fucking mask too, don't they? Did they take that as part of my shit?
They took that too.
Fuck. Okay.
Unless you can bluff them to, like, you need it for breathing or some shit.
Yeah, no. I mean,
You don't even want to, just...
I don't know if my charisma's not great, and I don't think I put anything in bluff. Like I have no bluff.
You still have 8 skill points, don't you, to distribute?
Yeah, I should.
Now would be the time to take at least 1 in Diplo so you can lawyer.
Would I do Diplo and buff probably?
Diplo and bluff, yeah.
Why do I have Diplo? The skill that can be. I put points into Diplo.
Okay.
I have 7 in diplomacy.
Then, okay, good. Good.
But this would be like a bluff, right?
Yeah, bluff would be if you're lying, Diplo is if you're telling the truth.
Can't believe they took my battle axe and my javelins, man.
Yeah.
Okay, no, so retroactively, because I'm an asshole,
Trust has to be earned.
I'm gonna try and diplomacy into keeping my mask because I feel more comfortable with it.
Okay.
7.
They're like, absolutely not. They would go into some sort of thing about how you're a mind flayer, but we'll save that.
There's gonna be enough.
There's enough of that. I mean, I want to drive it home, but not to the point where it's getting annoying.
Redundant.
Yeah. But, yeah. So, mind affecting spores? Mind affecting, what is the mind control? Where is this mind control? I want to know more about this mind control. You're a mind flayer. You should know about mind control. Tell me about this mind control.
So when we entered the forest, we came across a cabin which housed a druid. Within her cabin, there was an incense burning. She was irate. She was angry. Very uncharacteristic for the dryads that I'm aware of. So we destroyed the incense. She calmed down. She came back to us. She was cooperative. She was talking to us. She was she's a dryad. She's connected to the mushrooms. In her irate state, she was creating spores via these mushrooms to cause mind control and zombification properties.
That's all really interesting. Actually, we're gonna have to get your science division on figuring that out. That could be useful. He whispers to make me an observation check to see if you can hear what this whisper.
5.
Okay, he's like,
I need to roll a different dice.
and good cop goes up. Good cop gets up because bad cop's the one talking to you, and he like pushes past the other cop in the back. Gets one of the guards to go run off, and he's like, "Hold on a second. Can I get your water something? Well, I have to check up on something before we continue this. You don't want any water? That's cool. It's just a formality anyway. I don't want to give you anything.
Of course not.
I would have good cop give it to you anyway. That's how we roll here. Anyway, he comes back about a half an hour later and make me another ops check.
That's not my dice. 12 plus 2, 14.
One short of hearing it. Okay, so he goes, I had to check on something real quick since our messenger's out there. You said something about the Dryad. Actually, in fact, you both mentioned, you and your friend both mentioned something about the Dryad, and there's no Dryad out there.
She's with Archimedes.
Where's Archimedes? Your cat friend escaped with the Dryad, so...
What?
So...
Archimedes.
The fact that the Dryad is gone after you left, the guys left the house, and Archimedes escaping, it doesn't look good, is what I'm saying. I'll give you that everybody knows the Dryad controls the Force. That was a whole thing. In fact, the almighty Drew made it known that, or made it so that this place would forever be protected by a Dryad. That was a thing. It's not there. It's gone. She dead? Did you kill that Dryad?
Last time I saw her, she was living.
Alright. Tell me about these incense sticks.
On that, I'm not 100% sure. I had gathered them and brought them back to further my research.
You gathered them? Oh yeah, that's right, they were on your person. You know how many of them there were?
There was 4.
Are you sure?
Yes.
Because your friend says there was 3 of them. Your friend said there was 3.
My friend is of low intelligence. I doubt her ability to count.
Are you absolutely sure there was 4?
Yes.
Your case is going to depend on that.
Yes.
Okay. Man, I had a whole scene where I was going to beat the shit out of you. You've been so cooperative.
I mean, they could anyway, because #racism.
Yeah, no, I was like, I have this whole paper. I have this whole thing here, so I'm going to do it anyway. They're like, okay.
Wait, hold on. I have an idea. Is there like a pencil laying around? Like a mechanical type pencil laying around?
Sure.
Illy's like fucking fiddling with it. Because like I imagine like he's like this. And
They're going to fucking flip out about
maybe
that. Put that
they're
down.
yeah, maybe they're fucking going to accuse him of like creating a weapon because he's an artificer and he's just... He's anxious, so he's fiddling with this pen.
He's like
disassembling
stop
it, making
stop
like a little fucking something with it.
Reminds me of my one time.
But yeah, I think I have everything I need. But for some reason, for some unknowing reason, Sergeant Bad Cop finally becomes violent, getting up and drawing his metal club. He hits them upon the head, knocking them over in their chair and back against the wall. 1d6 plus 2 damage. Minimum damage, you take 3 damage.
My itty bitty thing, like my little thing that I created with the pen.
He goes, alright, now just, you know what? I get that you're trying to say you're innocent, but how about you just confess and save us all the fucking time? Just confess, we'll put it in Mind Flayer to death, and everybody will be fucking happy. Quit wasting our time.
I won't be happy though.
Nobody cares. He's like, nobody cares, just admit. Come on,
Why would
save
I
us the trouble.
Why would I admit to something I didn't do?
To help us out.
Why would I help you out when you're beating me?
Alright. And so I imagine this as you're knocked over in your chair against the wall doing this thing, and he goes, alright, now he's like, get back up on your feet. So, Corporal Good Cop takes over as Bad Cop walks away muttering. He's like, and Good Cop goes,
Real quick, how many damage did I take?
1d6, 3, just 3. Good Cop goes, take a break, buddy. You're working yourself up over nothing, Good Cop says. They surely realizes the situation they are in. They will confess. They'll tell us what they know. And, maybe we'll work something out. What do you say? You know, maybe just confess and maybe we'll work something out.
I've told you what I know. I've had no reason to be deceptive.
He smiles at you and something about his curled face makes your skin crawl. Alright, Good Cop gets violent as well, drawing his metal club, hitting them up against the wall. 1d6 plus 1 damage. He's not as strong as the other cop, but he gets you better. You take 4 damage. I'm trying to push her into it. She's too smart to respond to any of this shit because it's over the minute you do.
Yeah. Again,
All right.
I've lived in this community for what, a year now. I've been there.
And these are all investigators that you don't know and have never met. These
Yeah,
guys
these are
dicks.
strangers to me.
Alright, so then good cop and bad cop take turns hitting them, but this doesn't do any damage, this is just a cutscene punching. And then finally, they're like holding you up against the table like this. And good cop looks over to the note-taking cop, who is stunned at the scene, and he goes, "Hey pal," good cop says. And the other cop, his name is Other Cop, by the way, U-U-T-H-E-E-R, Other Cop. And the other cop by the door snaps out of it because he was just kind of staring at this scene with his mouth open. And he goes, yeah? And good cop says, come on and get in on this roughing up. It's fun. And Private Other Cop walks up reluctantly to Illi, drawing his metal club. He hesitates. What's the matter? Having feelings for this thing? It's a flare. Do what you're supposed to do. It's not about that, and you know it, Other Cop says. Yes, it is. Shut up, Bad Cop shouts. It's 'cause they're a flare and nothing else. Definitely no other ulterior motives or anything else going on. Now smack him! Private Other Cop braces himself and finally hits Illi. However, they feel the other cop pull his punch at the last moment, the blow not as strong as the others. His heart's not really in it. 1d6 divided by 2, minimum damage 1, you take 1 damage. Bad cop notices and says, do it again, harder. Other cop says, no, this is all wrong. And bad cop interrupts, getting in other cop's face. Look man, do you want to make it in this business? With a Z. Do you want to be a bad cop? Or do you want to be a good cop, he says, pointing condescendingly at good cop. Good cop looks down at his feet. Other cop doesn't say a word. Yes?
Okay, give me a second, I have an idea.
Absolutely. You can interrupt at any time, unless I'm monologuing at that scene.
Okay, so let's see what I want to do here. I have an idea on what I want to do. So when he said this is only because he's a mind flayer,
And
right?
nothing else.
And nothing else. How long of a message would you say that is? Like 6 seconds? Less than 6 seconds of a statement? All 6 seconds of a statement?
Yeah.
I remember me fucking tinkering with the pen.
Yeah.
I have this thing where I can create a small magical object.
English just blinked at me.
That came out of nowhere and nobody even questioned it?
I was fiddling with the pen.
Yeah, but you didn't start with a pencil, so it came out of nowhere and they didn't question it.
Yeah.
She's getting one over on me.
Whenever tapped by a creature, the object emits a recorded message that can be heard up to 10 feet away. You utter the message when you bestow the property on this object. The recording can be no more than 6 seconds. What would I have to roll for me to bestow the recording property onto the object when he says what he says?
What did he say that? Nothing. Roll me basically like a sleight of hand with almost DC 10 because when you did that, he was holding you down and looking at the other cop, so you could have just had your hand out here and doing thing. So sleight of hand.
I
Concentration
didn't
check.
take any points in sleight of hand. No.
That's using magical ability while...
That's different.
Okay.
Is there a sleight of hand skill in this game?
There is a sleight of hand.
Okay.
Can I wrench? I'm only using 1 point. Isn't gonna be enough.
Yeah. No. Okay. So yeah, he basically notices you fiddling with that, and he just goes, "Get that out of here!" And he smacks it, and it goes off the table, bounces, and slides all the way across the room. He just goes, "Get that out of here!"
All right.
Quit that! It's bugging me now.
That would have been great. I was such a fucking.
So close. Roll
2 is not a close.
Rolled a 2. It's so close to pulling one up. No, this is good.
That would have been good to have.
This is good. But anyway, picking back up, he goes, "Do you want to be a good cop or a bad cop?" And good cop looks down at his feet. Other cop doesn't say a word. Bad cop finally says, "Take a break. We'll talk later." And other cop walks out of the room. You're lucky we're out of time today, Bad Cop says to Illi. I have what I need anyways. The investigators leave. 15 minutes later, a palace guard returns and escorts Illi back to the holding cell. He was gonna notice to see your abuse that has been taken, but he rolled a fucking 2, and he goes, "Oh, you got a little mustard and ketchup on your head there," and he takes it. I tried.
Yeah. So did I.
So the palace guard brings you back to the cell. Night falls. It is a restless night on the hard, cold stone beds. And yeah, we can basically it'll be the trial next. You guys can all I'll let you guys heal up to full before the trial. The fucking
I realize I'm sitting there just barely conscious as they're investigating me with a single hit point. I'm just like, yeah, I don't actually remember. I got hit in the head a couple times.
To be fair, man, you know, if you tried to fucking fight back or something, they could just slap you and unconscious. They're like, we've had some barbarians and
Yeah, they just heal you right back up, and then like if you fucked off again, they just smack you again.
Yeah.
Rage, fucking right. I cannot put into words how bummed out I am.
Rolled a 2. This character's been the most unlucky character you've ever played. I can't count a single time anything you've tried has worked.
It's been working for the story though, at least. Yeah.
I'm watching Third Vector
This
Television.
entire time, my character's just studying in his room trying to figure out new mysteries.
Yeah, right now they're basically telling you, okay, this is the court, this is what we're gonna do. The trials today, they actually were like, they're like, hey dude, we had a bunch of jurors from the city that were mysteriously killed right before the trial, so we need some replacements.
I'm just sitting
Do I
there
get
slowly
paid?
going insane in silence.
Do you get paid? How much do you want to get paid?
I thought
200 gold.
How much do you hate mind flayers?
What's a mind flare?
A mind flayer is the most evil creature imaginable. They fucking only care about obtaining knowledge and power, and essentially they tried to take over this whole city in a very vague backstory.
Sounds pretty evil.
So I can count on you to hate mind flayers.
They sound pretty evil.
Alright, here's this 200 gold.
Sweet.
oh, that's awesome.
I'm getting a new dice.
My
so
character's
these
now
dice don't like this
300.
character.
Soon I'll be able to start scribing scrolls.
Lemonade
Money
my
to scribe
ass.
scrolls?
To buy the materials.
It's okay.
But I'm thinking about not grabbing that 6th level. Instead, I'm thinking about
For
grabbing
mages too?
Don't
Okay,
forget
then no,
about your
not my mage.
charisma.
I know.
No spell components. No chance to fail a spell copy.
Sweet.
That's bullshit.
No,
What
I
you're
was
lacking
really on the
in
fence
intelligence,
of
you can
wands,
make up an appearance.
rods, scrolls, rings,
Jordan
or
Jordan.
just wait until I think it's 9th level
For one
for
enchantment.
stabs.
All
Yeah.
of these
Or lightning
colors
fast
are
so they
just to
get
show how
plus 2 to
toxic
it.
I am.
Yep.
And you know, it'd just be nice to have a staff with 50 charges of my gaze attack, just 78.
I find that items with charges I just don't use. I can't use. I hoard and I never use. So I would prefer something practical like a ring that gives you a passive effect.
Well, that's why I hate wands so much, because they're one use.
What?
Yeah,
Not
by the
really?
player's handbook, they're one use.
That's not what any, like even Neverwinter Nights are
Yeah.
one
they're-
charge that's useless.
I know, that's why I didn't grab crafting wands, otherwise I'd have a few wands on me at all times.
Are wands only usable by wizards and mages? Like by rule?
Naturally, yes, however you can use the use magic device on it even if you're not trained in it.
Oh, okay. Yeah, 'cause
So a barbarian can use magic device and fail miserably.
I always had
Barbarian, sir.
On my
like
own foot.
the just magic wands anybody could use. That's the idea of putting it on a magic wand or even a ring, like a
yeah.
ring of fireballs. Now any motherfucker can cast 3
Anyone
fireballs.
can use it, however it's a use magic device check.
For a ring like that, for the charge, if that you need to use magic device.
Yep.
I did not know that.
Anything that like goes, anything that's passive, you don't have to worry about it, but anything that does something, yeah.
Okay.
Unless you are, you know, a spelly boy, then it's just like, hey,
You just do.
I already know this stuff.
Yeah, oh, that's good.
Then I think it goes to concentration checks if you're getting dinged up and stuff like that.
That's interesting. All right. Ready?
Yep.
So this is basically going to be presented as Illi's group versus Metro. The trial isn't necessarily about telling the truth, although the truth, if you lie, you'll lose law points. If you're caught lying, you'll lose law points. Or tell the story, but it's about winning, it's about obtaining more law points than the other guy. And poking holes in their story, showing that they're lying will cause them to lose law points, so you can either obtain law points by presenting evidence that helps you, and make them lose law points by contradicting their stories or their bullshit or presenting evidence to the contrary, and the same goes, it goes both ways. And this isn't going to be like a rigid fucking because, God, it's so rigid, law is so rigid, so this is just going to be us basically standing here talking. We're not going to be like separate questionings, we're just going to be like in a group sitting here so we can talk, and it's like more D&D style, where we can just stand here and talk.
Ring ring. Hello? Ring ring. Hello?
$50 for that, and it hooks up to your phone.
It's horrible.
Sorry, it's banana phone.
Continue.
At the end of each round of law battle, you'll also get a Diplo check DC 10 for a +1 law point. Just in case you really botch your case or fuck up, you'll still get a chance to make points back just from talking effectively. So, jury from out of town. Several out of town people from the jury have been selected because some of the jurors have mysteriously died before the court hearing, and nobody really wants to talk about it.
How did those guys die, or is there a trial for how those guys died?
We'll get to it. Your trial's more important. There's they're investigating right now.
What was the investigation process like for my case?
Thorough. We went and swabbed the whole forest.
Swabbed it, like with Q-tips?
Mm-hmm.
What material did you use to do the
they
swab?
also swabbed your mouth.
Yeah.
You mean her tentacles?
I did not consent to that.
But yeah. As well as a foreign prosecuting attorney.
So I won't find my slide.
Most everyone in the city already knows Illi too, so it's a conflict of interest. Most of the people know you and kind of like you. Alright, so
Suspicious that those people also went missing.
it was only like 4 people. It was only about 1/5 of the jury. 4 people out of a 16-person jury.
People who liked me.
No, 4 people out of a 20-person jury. 4 people that liked you.
Okay.
Ready?
Proceed.
Okay, so everybody's filing into the courtroom. The judge comes up. Everybody gets in first except for the prosecuting attorney because he's my main villain for this episode. Prosecuting attorney comes in last.
And there's a video game.
Oh, this sounded like the opening to a Hollywood Undead song, and I got really excited for a second.
The prosecuting attorney enters the room. He is tall, with short blonde hair. He wears a long white coat, black gloves, and anime shades that glint at their right moments. He walks to his side of the royal court. He sets his black briefcase down and sits at the table. Court is in session. The battle begins. So, prosecuting attorney starts because you're the defendant, so I get to make my case. I want the people of this jury to know that the parade was going fine last week until they showed up. An already fiery situation, a crowd of people, and this flare thought it best to set off that cauldron. They cast an explosion high in the sky, and people lie dead. The rest, in awe of their terrible power. What else is there to know? You basically sum that up. You walked in, the parade was made an explosion. Your very first fucking entry into this story was causing an explosion and dead people.
But she didn't really...
What do you have to say about that? Are you not directly responsible for those people's deaths? Admit it! Admit it!
No, because you're an asshole, first off.
In the background, maybe you should teach your city guards how to deal with crowds better.
Here, here!
So first off, I'm going to look for the judge.